All right, it's Diane, and I am back with another all access one-on-one session. Although Ginny Krouth can have as many sessions as she wants, anytime she wants, but we don't broadcast them usually. So this is a special treat for any of you guys that watch this, because you are going to see one of the best students I've ever had ask me some of probably the smartest questions you've ever heard. And now that I put all that pressure on you, Ginny,
I'm like, okay, it's probably the same questions I always ask.
it's spin, Ginny. It's called spin. I've been thinking a lot
Okay.
about my brand and where I want to go. So,
Well, okay, that's funny you say that,
oh,
because that's what I wanted to ask you about. One of the things was my, they call it your umbrella, right? The things that, under your brand, under Ginny, who I am. And most of the time I'm always talking, about tech, and I can help you with your funnels and all that kind of stuff, right? Home
mhm,
business.
mhm.
But I do want to include our health products,
Excellent.
you know. So I wanted to run some, angles by you, and then I was toying with the idea of starting another TikTok, but then I was like, I don't really want to. Do I
I would,
have to?
no, no.
Okay.
Let me give you my vibe. And again, I've been studying because I've been fooling around with TikTok for a while. And I know, I was teaching a beginner's course this week. I think we have 2 more days. And I realized I'm pretty damn good at teaching this beginner
You
stuff.
are. I went to one, and I was like, yeah.
I'm not a TikTok master, but I got a couple hundred people into action pretty quickly, for those that are hesitating on it. This is my take after, and I'm still studying a lot. And I watched, I don't know, do you know Jordan Maley? I always thought it was Malaya. Jordan, if you happen to see this, I always thought your last name was different than it is. So I'm kind of shocked. When she said it aloud on TikTok, I was like, I watched her take her TikTok from 0 to 10,000 very fast. And if you don't know her, it's Maylea. She's brilliant. She was a student of mine many, 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 many moons ago. Her and her mom have gone on to build a huge
Mm.
business, info products, etc. So Jordan said, and I think that she's accurate, is for when you start a channel, or I don't think you call it a channel. What do you call it? An account on TikTok? Is it an account? Just
Yeah,
a TikTok
an
account? Okay.
account. Yeah.
When you start an account, you want to go for so many weeks speaking to a specific niche with those hashtags that you're using. And
Mhm.
then you're able to transition and do whatever you want after you get the algorithm to kind of get a vibe. Because people who are business people also take supplements. That's not weird. But if you're telling them all different things in the beginning, they don't know how to categorize you. And I watched her go from nothing. And I've watched a lot of people, especially in this industry. And I've
Mhm.
watched people who have been making consistent videos almost every day, still have less than 500 followers, good marketers, less than 500 followers. And I watched her explode. Me, I have what, like 60, you have more followers than me. You've been more consistent than me. But I think that we haven't trained the algorithm. And I always talk about, I always train about Facebook, training Facebook what's normal for you. How many times have you heard me say that? You
Yeah.
can get away with a lot on Facebook if they think it's normal, if they think
Yeah.
it's outside of your normal. Like I can message a lot of people because I use Messenger. But if you all of a sudden message 100 people in a day, they start to go, what
Mhm.
the heck is going on? Because it's not normal. So I think it's the same thing here on TikTok. I think that you tell it what's normal for you, and then
Mhm.
it knows that that's your lane. And then if you cross over to, I'm a business owner that likes to make apple pie because I saw your pie and I was jealous. I meant to go to the orchard. I may still run down today just to shop, not to go to picking or anything, just to get a few apples. But I'm a business owner that likes to bake apple pie. That's kind of normal. I'm a
Yeah.
business owner that likes to go on cruises, right? That's kind of normal. But if the hashtags are business, 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 apple pie, they don't know what to do with you.
Mhm.
So, do I think that you can make a business video where you're saying, my mind is all over the place? Let me just pop these supplements so I can sit down and write, and you still use the same hashtags, etc., messaging as normal. I think you'll be fine. And what you're looking to do in that particular case is draw from the audience that you have that might like to try the supplements you use because they trust you or your recommendation or they like you, as opposed to getting into the mental clarity space or into the weight loss space, which is
Right,
the
because I don't really wanna get into that space,
mhm,
right?
right,
I mean
right, right. So,
right.
or mostly lead with the business inside instead of products, mostly lead with the business. Like I just saw my friend Sean Howell, and he does a lot of fun, cool, like personal development, uplifting stuff. And but he did one about, taking the energy drink. So I think you can mix it in, but you have to decide, like me, I want to be known for business communication first.
Yep.
Then, by the way, you can join my team. I don't want to be known as I sell weight loss products or mental clarity products or aches and ache products for your bodily aches. Um, like we know, right? I don't want to be known as this. I want to be known as me, but I do take this. See the
Right.
difference?
Yeah.
See
I
the
mean,
difference?
me too. So
So I think that we can model some
how would you
things together. And I don't want to take up the whole hour for this on that because I have a lot of ideas, but I'm like in one of those massive growth phases where I'm just consuming a massive amount of content and information because it's time you got to take in to spit out. And this is one of
okay,
the things I'm contemplating.
can I boil that down? It's like you have your lane,
Mhm.
but there are all these things that can fit into your lane if you use that angle,
Road that
right?
you're on, right? Let's imagine that the lane is a road that you're on, right? You're on Route 80 going across the
Yeah.
country. If you're on Route 80 going across the country, you're going to see a lot of different climates. You're going to see a lot of different trees or mountains or cornfields or whatever. I picked Route 80. I think that's the northern one. But
Whatever.
point being is that if I am on Route 80, but I go, wow, look at all the corn, I'm still on Route 80. And then if I go, wow, look at the cool Rocky Mountain things, I'm still on Route 80.
Mhm.
So if I'm in the business tech, how to build this stuff out lane, and I go, I'm so tired, I need something to pep me up. Or what was I thinking when I scheduled this client at 6 a.m. because they live in London? It's this time for them. I guess I better grab some of this quick. You're still on your road.
Yeah.
You're just talking about one of the pieces of your road. Follow? And then what you don't want to do is the messaging is always going to be, you're not going to switch your hashtags to extra energy because your hashtags still should be the same.
Okay. Okay, okay, okay.
See
That
now,
makes sense because if I look at my feed right now, I do have some videos that just go off on these other hashtags because
right.
I thought I was being like, these hashtags are relevant to what I'm saying, but
I'm not saying
yeah,
I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right because
right,
again, this is my observation,
right,
but I do not have documentation. I can show
right.
you other people that I'm observing this as. Because what do I do?
I know, but it's about the people anyway.
What do I do though, Ginny? I look for the
You
hidden
study
order.
people
I
and
look for the
hidden order.
Yeah,
Yes.
so what happens is I get frustrated. And then I
Yeah.
go, okay, there's gotta be a method to this. And then the other thing I do is sometimes there's a method to something, but it doesn't sit right with me. And I go, screw it, I'm not doing it that way. I mean, look at my whole career in marketing, you're
I
supposed
know, I love it.
and I'm like, yeah, not for me. So I'm always listening to my highest calling, my highest self, what feels good to me first, because that's the most important thing. But what I'm not going to do is jump around from business communications to weight loss to this and that. Now, I could say, I need to get a few pounds off because sitting in this chair all day writing copy is going to be the death of me. I'll see you after I go for a walk, right? And I talk about working on my health because because you can become very sedentary in
Mhm.
this line of business, or because I could talk about never leaving my house because I work from home. And I mean, I realized last week I went out of my house for one time. And so I can talk about that because it's part of the life of the digital life, the home business owner, the home business communications expert. but
Okay.
I'm not going to do a 7-day water challenge, like a lot of people do, or
Yeah.
here's 4 exercises. Now, could I do 3 exercises I do while I'm writing copy and I jump up for 4 minutes and I do these 4 exercises? I could. Could I do, here's what I drink to keep my energy up when I have to teach a class at night? I could, because it's on the same road. And
Okay.
that's temporary. That's for a period of time so that TikTok knows this is your road. And then if you want to get off an exit and ride down to see the world's biggest ball of wool, I'm making fun of those on the highway, right? You can,
Mhm.
because it's okay. So like me, I look at mine, I'm not using enough hashtags, first of all, I figured out. And second, you would think that my channel might be more about travel than living a digital lifestyle. I haven't been clear. Not channel, but account. Because a lot of it is on the beach or ocean stuff. And I'm not being clear that the reason why we're seeing the beach is because I work from wherever I want. Not clear enough.
Okay.
So that's my thought. And then the other thing is, remember, if you're using a link tree or even a main link, um, where people get on
Yeah.
the list, you can expose them to anything you want on your list. And that's why I never worry about being MLM forward, because they get to find out about the MLM inside once they step inside.
Right. Okay, so yeah, I do have my link tree.
Mhm.
Um, but I was thinking of adding a button, just an extra button about other things that I use to help me in my business, like stay
Yep.
focused or
Or or
tools and
additional things I love and that I sell too, or something like
yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
For
Okay.
sure, for sure. Absolutely. I think everything becomes about, especially with TikTok, reels is like a different animal. Like one reel, I'll make a thing with like one of those voiceovers that are like, she became the most she could be. She was at a point of her life where she decided to just be happy, right? I'll do that with a picture of the ocean and I'll get 9,000 views. I put the same thing on TikTok, it gets 100. So
Mhm.
Instagram likes the aesthetic. Instagram likes that voiceover
Interesting.
or that visual. TikTok likes raw and real. Like I did one the other day. I'm laying in bed. Like I look like I'm laying. I don't know what possessed me to just make a video. That one got more views than everything else. So it's all fun and games until you figure it out. But Jordan seems to have really cracked the code when it
I'm
comes
gonna go check
to
her
stuff.
out.
So I would recommend you go check her
Okay, cool. I will.
out, and go back in her stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, she has a big money story that she uses, but you don't need that. You just need the concept, the concept. Because I don't have a big TikTok money story yet. Yet.
Okay. So, um, on since we're on TikTok, I'm I'll get leads every once in a while, right? But not a lot. So I don't know if it's because of my hooks or if it's because of what we just talked about.
Yeah.
Maybe my
I'm getting a fairly steady stream of leads, and I'm only using dianehockman.com. I'm not even using a good setup because I'm a lazy ass, as you know. Um,
I know. I love it.
we have to think, and it's really this simple. Imagine walking through the mall. Okay, back in the day
Mhm.
when the malls were popular, now they're half around here. They're half shuttered. Walking through the mall, you look at the window or the display that they have. That's what gets you to come in to the store. You look and you go, is there something in there I might want? When you think about it, you'd walk through the mall. Your son might want to go in one store. Your husband wouldn't be at the mall. Your daughter would want to go in the other. True, right? Howard wouldn't
Yeah,
be
it's true.
a different store, and you might go in a different store. Why do you go in certain stores and why do you not go in others? Because there's something that causes you to believe there's something you want inside. Okay. So, for whatever reason, if you're not getting any leads, they do not feel like there's something they want inside. So that always comes back to, are we really clear on what they want? And am I talking about the thing they want, or am I talking about the thing I think they want, or the thing I want to tell them about? When you really come down to what do they want? And then, as you well know from working with me, what they think they want is often not what they want. So, like, for example, do you know who Brad Lee is?
Brad Lee?
Lee, L.
L-E-E? Uh-uh.
No, okay. He's like a Grant Cardone type, a different flavor. Okay.
Okay.
Very kind of cocky, very in your face, but full of wisdom. He says a lot of smart stuff. So he's the type that you can't stop watching him, right? And he is generating tons of leads and has tons of views because he's saying the things, not necessarily that they think they want, he's saying the things that they know are true. Like, he talks a lot about dating and women and all kinds of stuff, and I listen to him and I'm like, well, he's right. He's, like, oh man, this guy irritates me, but he's right.
Mhm.
So when we're doing our hooks or when we're doing our things, we go with what they consciously think they want, but we're always thinking about what they really want. So they consciously think they want to make more money, but what they really want is to show their dad, who never approved of them, that they could do it. Right? That's what they really want. And they don't even know half the time that that's what they really want. So when we're talking to them, like, do they want 99 writing prompts? Is that what they want? Or whatever prompts. What are the prompts for? Content prompts?
Content ideas, right?
Do they want
Do they
99
want
ideas?
not really, I mean,
What do they
if
want? What do they want? Why do they need 99 content ideas?
because they think they don't know what to say. But that's just because, I mean, I know this. That's just because they're not looking within or using what they already know.
Okay. So now, what will happen if they don't know what to say? What will happen to them if they go on
They won't
social media, they don't know what to say?
they
What did
won't
they
post
think in the
or or
sorry,
they'll say happy Sunday.
but their inner child, they think, I'm going to go live, but I don't know what to say, or I'm going to make a short form video, I don't know what to say. What do they think is going to happen to them?
Somebody will spill some hate on them.
Yeah, so somebody will make fun of them.
They're
They will
afraid.
feel stupid. They will look stupid. Somebody will be rude and terrible, or somebody they know and somebody whose opinion they care about will disapprove of them.
Yep.
They are living in the past. They are worried that the kid in third grade or their second grade teacher, whoever, who disapproved of them then, will disapprove of them now. So if I want to get people to opt in for 99 content ideas, I have to say things like, are you worried about looking like an idiot on TikTok? Don't worry, I got you, babe. See, that's speaking into what they're worried about. Are you
Mm.
all for making content, but you run out of ideas by Tuesday? Don't worry, I got your back. Let me give you 99 ideas that's going to cover you for the next 3 months. See the difference?
Yeah.
Nobody wants 99 content ideas. Everybody wants to not feel stupid, not look bad, to feel confident. So whether the things they don't want and the things they do want. And you don't necessarily have to say them. You just have to insinuate them. Okay, let's go back in time. You're similar in age group to me.
I'm thinking.
You remember, I always use these because they just stand out in my mind, although I'm sure there's a million. Uh, was your family football fans when you were a kid at all?
Oh, my dad was huge into the Green Bay Packers.
Remember the old commercials with Joe Namath and the hot chicks running around, or
Yes.
all my men wear English leather, or they wear nothing at all, or it was like electric shave, and it was, or the guys were drinking a bud and there were like babes coming in. They were insinuating that if you use this beer or use this aftershave or use this cologne, you'd get chicks. Because the guys don't want to smell good, they want to get chicks. They don't care if you leave dudes to their own devices, do they care if they smell good?
No.
In the ice fishing capital of America with all these dudes.
Uh,
Are they
no.
sitting around going,
No.
there, they don't shower for a week, okay?
Right?
But if you think they're gonna get a chick, they'll be smelling
Different
pretty good.
story.
They shaved out on the ice. So those are prime examples. If you look at commercials, and I always use those old ones, but I'm sure today I don't watch a lot of ball. I don't watch a lot of TV or anything with commercials. So I'm
Yeah, I
not even
don't either.
media. But when you like like this guy Brad Lee, you have to just study him. He's an interesting case study. He's always talking about chicks and cheating and this and that, but then he's talking about good women and what a good woman is. And he's talking about relationships. So he's counterbalancing, I'm a bad boy, but I'm a good man. I'm a bad boy, but I'm a good man. Right. So when we look at 99 content ideas, you could say, like, who's the coolest on, want to look super cool on social media? Those types of things, because that's what everybody wants. Everybody's trying to figure out, how do I take a picture to look like that? How do I sound like that? How do I write like that? How do I even know what to say? They don't want content ideas. The guys don't want aqua velva. Okay. They don't want
Right.
aqua velva. I don't even know if they make that anymore. Right. Old Spice, you know, it was always like a girl.
Oh, my dad.
My dad too. I just bought yesterday. I went to my parents to help him out. And my father's list was, he wanted oven cleaner and a bottle of Old Spice aftershave. So, okay. And when I was a kid, I used to go, because I always went, my parents were going out, and I'd go in their bedroom, like, what are you doing? They're getting ready. My mom would get all pretty. And I go in to talk to my dad, and he'd always put it on me. So I smelled like Old Spice. Such a memory. But see what I'm saying? That nobody wanted Old Spice. Everybody wanted
No.
to be crude. Everybody wanted to get laid. Old Spice was going to make me get laid. Well, remember Irish Spring commercials? They were always like, this beautiful Irish girl, you know, and she looked made for a man, but something for a woman, but gentle for a woman, whatever it was. It, it everything was about the core driver. So the core driver to 99 content ideas is, I don't want to look like a fool. I want to be approved. I don't want to be hated on. I want to look smart. Those are the core drivers.
Yeah. I'm just writing some stuff down.
Yeah, no, yeah. So the reason why I study this stuff before I study anything else is because if I understand a core driver, I can skip most of the other work, because I am a lazy ass.
And I want to be.
Core driver. What's the core driver?
No.
What's the core driver? Right. So I love that you have somewhere that you're driving them, but you have figured out the core driver to get them to go.
Why? That is the question, right?
Why what?
Why do they want it?
Yeah, what's the purpose of going? Why does a guy want aqua velva? He doesn't. Think about, look, just sit in your attic office and look around and look at all the things that you have. Okay. And I want you to just look around. Why did you get them? It wasn't because you wanted that thing. Why did I get this? Did I want this
Look
thing?
good on camera, right?
Right. So I got
I didn't
this,
turn mine on.
not because I wanted a circle light. I got this thing so that I would look better on camera. Why do I want to look better on camera?
So that nobody hates on you and says, you know, you're a
And it makes,
professional marketer. Why don't you
yeah, and it makes
look
my
professional on
better.
video?
I can do videos at night, and 27,000 views, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm going to show you something. This is a bubble thing to make big bubbles. I bought it as a joke for someone. Okay, bubbles in this. It just happened to be on my desk, right? Did I want bubbles and a bubble thing?
No, you wanted to have fun.
Yes, I wanted to have fun and
Wanted to play.
go back to childhood, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just looking around at other things. Why did I buy these glasses? Right? Because I want to see, right? But I like them when they look cooler than just plain glasses. Like, why do I have one, two, there's usually like 7 pairs of glasses on my desk. There's only 2 right now. Okay. Why do I never wear these glasses, by the way? I bought them and I thought they were cool. Why don't I wear them?
I have no idea. Why don't you wear them?
Okay, look at these. Okay, look
Yeah.
at these.
Yeah.
Look at these. Because
Oh,
they disappear on camera. They still
yeah.
help me see, right? They
Right.
still help me see, but they kind of disappear and wash into my face. They don't make anything distinctive. So if I'm going to make a video, I want to have something that pops out. People constantly comment on my
Hmm,
glasses. These glasses disappear. Interesting,
gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
What do you have there and why did you buy it?
Well, let's see. I have a USB stick. Back up my pictures.
Mhm.
Or to use the sneaker net to move it from computer to computer.
Why is backing up your pictures important?
And that's funny because I was talking to somebody about that because I was like, when we had 35mm cameras, we didn't have backups of our pictures.
No,
Why do we need backups now?
right.
Because I
It's
don't
very
want to lose them.
right. We don't want to lose them because they represent things we love. I have
Yeah.
mine backing up to 72 places in the cloud. I don't know how much money I'm paying on storage because I forget. And like when I moved to Mac, I got the Apple storage, but I still have the old storage, the Microsoft storage, and I got storage up the wazoo. Why do we want to store those memories? Because those memories mean something to us. We don't care. I remember when I left my old house after, before my divorce, but after I left many things behind, but the one thing I brought was all the pictures. And I sorted through them for things that the kids might want or this is that because the pictures were everything.
Mhm.
A lot of times people, if there's going to be a natural disaster, they grab pictures. It's interesting. So you didn't
Mhm.
want that thing. You wanted the memories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else laying right there that you can pick up and show me? Why do you have it?
Handy dandy journal book.
Mhm, mhm. You could have bought a 10-cent notebook at Staples. It's back to school time.
Yeah. I have one of those too.
Mhm. Why do
But
I have super fancy leather journals and then I have like crappy notebooks from Staples? Why do
right?
why do we buy the ones that are $30? You know?
Well, this one has like little quotes on the top and it travels nice because it's got this little thingy.
Like you're selling it to me.
It's kind of sturdy too. So it goes right next to my laptop in my
Uh-huh.
backpack.
Mhm. Sometimes we buy journals because of the promise that we're going to start a new habit.
Yeah.
Sometimes we buy journals because some people really, really, really do journal, but the most of us, I think more journals are bought because we believe we're going to do that thing than actually
Yeah.
doing it. More
Yeah.
gym memberships are bought because we believe we're going to do that thing. Let's move
That's
on to
exactly why.
I can
It's the hashtag better life one. So that's exactly why.
so to close this topic and move to the next.
Hmm.
One, really think about your road on TikTok and stay on it and stay with those hashtags. And Jordan's using quite a few. I thought you were only supposed to use like 4 on TikTok, and she's using quite a few. So I'm going to experiment with adding a lot more. I thought
Oh, okay. Rachel says she use as many as you can.
really see. So I thought originally that they said on here you should only use 4
But who
or whatever.
knows? So many people say different things. I don't know.
Exactly, and none of them are right and none of them are wrong. So
Right.
I do think the theory of training TikTok who you are and who to show your stuff to is correct.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I think that that's correct. I also think that a lot of it has to do with um, sometimes it's just catching the right break at the right time. You have a video that kind of goes and then you back it up with some more because you kind of have a clue. And the next thing you know, you build this audience. Like me, I went to any platform I go to, my existing audience comes with me. So they tend to follow me. So I'm always going to get some likes and comments out of the gate because I bring so many people with me. Um, and that's the advantage of having established yourself.
Right.
Everybody else has to do the legwork that I did back in the day. You could look at my old in my memories, you'll see me like building up my Facebook, like I'm at 1,000 friends, and building up my fan page or building up my Twitter. and working. I remember whenever I would get close to the next like big threshold, I'd ask everybody to share me to help get to the threshold because I literally focused on building it up. And I think most marketers, they don't think that way. They don't focus on the audience. I've always focused on the audience before the pitch. Because if you have an audience, you're going to land the pitch. You can't not, because somebody's going to buy. Even if you suck, somebody's going to buy if you have an audience. If you have a pitch and no audience, it's an uphill climb. That makes sense?
Interesting.
And that's
Yeah.
another one of my lazy ass techniques. If I have hundreds of people watching me, thousands of people watching me, somebody's going to want what I'm doing. Somebody's going to want what I'm doing. But that's why it drives me crazy when people tell everybody to create a course first. Creating a course first, in my opinion, again, I'm going to start and everybody will get mad at me, and that's okay because I'm not afraid anymore. But why would you sit down and spend, a month creating a course to launch it to nobody? Makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. I would never do it.
And that's the first thing. I mean, okay.
And you'll notice, Ginny, because you've known me for long enough, before I kind of got quiet for a while, my audience was so strong. I just dropped 3 emails and I was the top of everything. I would win all the prizes and the this and that. Now my audience is weaker because I didn't focus on building an audience for a while. And, I was living off residuals and, crying in my soup for a bit. So my audience is weaker. So I have to work harder to get the same results. It's simple. It's just eyeballs. Like, how come a Super Bowl commercial is more effective than a commercial on TV Land or whatever some back weird channel is? It's just more eyeballs. It's that simple. And
would you use the same hashtags that that your potential customers are using?
That they're searching for? You mean, or what do you mean?
That they're using?
I would think you're using the hashtags that they're looking for, and or the hashtags, maybe because that might tell TikTok to serve your information to them.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok's an interesting animal too because it's very interest based. So it's really looking at what are you consuming, because on any given day, I'm getting gay pride stuff, I'm getting Broadway stuff, and then 2 minutes later I'll watch a long video and I'm getting all this guns right stuff, and then I'm getting this, because if I get interested in watching something, and you know me, for sociological purposes, I'm always watching the contrarian view. Whatever my view is, I'm gonna, like right now I'm watching this Brad Lee guy. He's a very bro dude, like you know me, how I feel about, but he's very interesting as a sociological study to watch. So I've been watching a lot of him. So what am I getting? A lot of these dudes. Now that other one that just got banned, Tate, whatever his name is, I didn't know who he was. I had never heard of him. I had never seen a video about him, and he's banned. So I guess I'll never see him. So,
Oh,
I guess they're still putting his videos up. I don't know. He's banned on.
I just got an email saying that Dan Kennedy's book was banned from being advertised on Amazon. I don't know if it's true or not, or if it's a marketing ploy. I don't know, but
I've been back in the day at some point. You never know.
Yeah, interesting.
Just a really good headline.
Anyway, that's off topic, but
that was from Russell. That email.
Who was it from? Kim McCarthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm thinking audience, and I'm thinking, I wonder if I'm doing that wrong. I mean, I have 8,000 followers, but I don't know. I mean, half of them are spammy. Like,
see, I remove those people in the beginning. You were there when I started. I was taking everybody in the beginning because I wanted to get to 1,000 so I could go live. So I didn't care who you were.
I know. I got lazy and I quit trying. I was like, oh my gosh, it just takes me too long to remove. There's so many of them.
All I do is I watch my feed, and any video that's like, because I get like these weird videos and I'm like, who are you? And I look at them and I remove them. So every day I remove a couple people. I mean, I don't sit and remove them all.
Oh, okay.
If I'm following someone and their videos are completely not relevant to me.
Got it. Okay, well, I think they are relevant. Okay, well, maybe I am doing okay, because when I go to my feed, I do get home business owners.
And make sure it's not your friend feed, it's your
Yeah, the
FYP.
For You page,
Mhm.
right? Yeah. The trend alerts, I don't care about those, but okay.
But
I'm probably doing okay, but maybe my hooks. Okay. There's my next question.
okay, let
My
me just say
next,
let me
yeah,
say
go
one.
ahead.
No matter where you go, it's always about the audience, no matter what you do. Everything
Okay.
is about the audience. It's about them, and it's about what they think they want and what they really want. It's never anything else.
Okay.
Never anything else.
What they think they want.
And what they really want. So you tell them about what they think they want and you insinuate about what they really want, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All my men wear English leather or they wear nothing at all, right? It's what you really want, and especially if it's something unacceptable to say. I want to get rich. I want to make gobs of money. I want to screw everybody. I want to be the king. I want to drive a Lambo, right? It's kind of like crude to say that, but that's what they really want, right? In the fantasy. Or
Yeah.
somebody else really wants to save the whales and, create a hospital wing or this and that. And that sounds so, blah, blah, so always be aware. Always be aware. What do they really want? And hopefully the market that you're talking to, they're not on the lowest rung of like the Maslow hierarchy, the triangle.
Mhm. Yep.
A lot
Yep.
of
I
times
look at that a lot. So,
there's
okay.
audiences that are on the bottom rung. And if the person is worried about where they're going to sleep and if they're going to get fed today, they have no consciousness or ability to build a business or join you in business or purchase your products. You got to be like on the second, third, or fourth level. You got to be
Yeah.
further up.
We discussed that in depth
Mhm.
in The Deep Abyss, and I watched that one a couple times. So
Okay.
I might even watch it again. So that's a good one.
You know me, I can go down this road all day.
Insinuate what they I know I love this topic. Uh insinuate what they really want. Can you give me some examples of insinuating? I know you already did, but
Well, for example, I'll place myself somewhere that looks okay. If somebody wants to make money to see their grandchildren,
mhm.
I'm going to show them things like apple pie, my kids, the family sort of like the table set for dinner, um, things that insinuate a family is together. I don't even have to
Uh-huh.
show the family there. It's just the table is set or the
Yep.
candles are. I'm insinuating that if you do this, you're going to get that.
Okay, I get it.
Okay? So if the person wants to have money to buy cool stuff, or like me, I'm always showing travel. You don't know where I was. I was staying I was staying in a little condo in Miami. I rented a thing. It wasn't expensive. It was a little condo. It was in a residential neighborhood, but it was 2 blocks from the beach. So all of that footage looked like I was in this exotic, incredible location. I was staying in a little Airbnb, right? But or remember when I did the post about working for being a teacher in Ray Higdon's Millionaire Roundtable?
Yeah.
You went nuts. I do a half an hour a month for Ray Higdon's Millionaire Roundtable. But everybody's like, oh my God, I got so many men. Congratulations, best choice. Ray's so smart to have you. People were messaging him. And then somebody made a video joking about it, like, well, if Hockman's in, you need to interview me. And I wrote, should I tell everybody it's a half an hour once a month when they all think I'm wearing suits, high heels, and going to meetings in the boardroom? I talked about something and created an image. And
Mhm.
everybody made an assumption that I was now an executive at Higdon Group. I train once a month on marketing concepts, right?
Right.
So, same thing. I'm tangential, but I'm coming back to I'm always painting the picture of what they want to believe or what they want to have. So I'm there sitting in there, my hair is blowing in the wind, and you could see the Miami skyline in the sunset in the background. And then I go back to my little condo. Now, am I lying? Am I fake? No. What I'm doing is I'm engaging their imagination. By the way, it wasn't a dump. It was a nice place, but I wasn't staying at like the Ritz Carlton for $900 a night. Actually, down in Miami Beach, you could pay $1,200 a night. One of those resorts. It's crazy. I wasn't doing that, but everybody's imagination went there. So if I imply that I'm going to get to the top of my pay plan, if I learn how to generate leads, and if you're not sure how to do that, I'm going to give you 99 prompts. That's the thing that they want, because they fantasize about being on the stage and getting the roses and getting the keys to the car they won. That's their fantasy.
Hmm.
So if I say, ever notice top earners never run out of things to make content about, but you feel like you don't know what to say, I got your back. So now all of a sudden they're like, you're right. If I want to be a top earner, I have to get this from Ginny. Conversations in their head. The biggest mistake that marketers make is they spend too much time trying to convince them versus using the conversation in their head.
Yeah. Cool.
Deep shit,
Okay.
right? Deep stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
By the way, I have two. I'm not going to tell you on here because it's private. I just got two books, and I got them on audio because I don't read. And
I don't either.
I'm halfway through one of them, and they're good stuff. So I'll let you know what they are.
Oh, for sure.
What
am I doing?
Shakeology.
I'm reading a really weird one right now, and you're breaking up. So
that cup, the cup that you just picked up. Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
The cup that you just picked up, throw it away.
Oh, yeah, I don't use that anymore. I just
Throw it away.
My other one broke. I need to get a new one from
Get a cup.
The Real Thing.
They just sold out of all the new ones. This is a true diva that Angel gave me, but they just sold out of the cool ones. I'll find you a cup. It doesn't have to be a company cup. I'll find you a cup. You need a good cup.
Well, my favorite cup is the one that you got me.
Your mug.
Yeah, my mug. I love that mug.
Cold drink cup, though.
Yeah, I need a new one. You're right. I just have a pile of these from previously, and I'm like,
I get them to all kinds of marketers, and every one of them. The only thing is they tend to send water bottles with the cap, and I like these cups, and this type of like a Yeti cup type of thing. And this one's my favorite. It's super shiny. But and my MLSP one is like peeling, and they don't sell them. They gave them to us. Like I got it like 6 years ago or something. So anyway, okay. What's our next topic? By the way, we're allowed to go over as much as we want because you're Ginny.
Oh, cool. Well, what else do I have on my list here? Oh, la, 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 la. We talked about my link tree. I was going to add a button. Okay. Well, we kind of went off on audience, but it sounds like you're telling me that's way more important than my hooks and whatever else I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, I mean, hooks are important, but audience trumps hooks.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? So, like, I've always engaged a lot, and a lot of people say it takes too long, and I'm like, as compared to what? That's the old MLM line, as compared to, it takes too long to engage. I find influential people, and I engage with them because when you engage with them, they engage back, right?
Yeah.
And then people start to go, well, who is that person? Or you start to duet people, or you start to, but instead of duetting them as a foreign, strange person that they don't know, now you do a duet, and it's somebody that you've engaged with their stuff, and they give you a shout out or something. You know me, I'm always looking for kingpins. I'm always looking to connect.
Oh my gosh. Why am I not doing that? Okay. I know that. We've learned about kingpins before.
Ray Higdon went live this morning on every platform, as he does. I happened to be laying there and I turned him on, and I got to go see if I can catch the replay. Can you get live Instagram lives replayed? Are they still on his wall, or do they disappear?
I think they disappear.
Shoot.
It depends, because I think when you go live, you can save it or you can let it go away.
Well, he probably put it in his group or something too, because he said some glorious things about me. I want to go screenshot
Aw.
it. Because when you get, now it was in a lump with a bunch of, he was talking about all the speakers for the event, but he said some really great things about me, and him mentioning your name is valuable.
Yeah,
But I'm targeting
absolutely.
other marketer types out there now, not just MLME types.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
engagement, the supporting them,
All
and
of
not,
our speakers, that one maybe?
yeah, yeah, is it there?
Was he wearing a,
Polo shirt?
Indianapolis
Maybe.
Colts
Yeah, like a,
jersey?
like he was wearing the jersey, yeah. Is it there?
Yeah, I think it is.
Because I was
I
trying
think
to figure out how to screen record on my iPhone, and I
yeah,
didn't know how to.
this
And
can't be just a, because this is 26 minutes, so
right, so I wanna go clip the section.
cool, it's
Uh,
there.
good, now I have to figure out, I guess I can go on Zoom and I can record it. I can play it while I'm on Zoom and record it, and then I can, crop it and edit it or whatever. I'll figure it
Yeah.
out. I'll figure it out, but I wanna grab it before it's gone because it's valuable stuff.
Mhm, mhm.
Valuable, valuable. So if anybody's just tuning in or was watching, this is this month as a special gift, I gave a one-on-one session to all my all access pass members. But Ginny's a client and a friend and a colleague, and she now is working with me on a bunch of projects. So Ginny can have whatever the hell she wants. But we're
I'm a brat.
broadcasting. Fun. All Access Pass, I'll tell you right now, is going to change for 2023. I think it's going to have a new name. I think it's going to have a new everything. I think it's going to have a new format. And I think that if somebody happened to be watching this and wanted to get in now so that they can get a stupid deal, they should reach out to me. Next topic. What do we got?
Okay, so if I create that button on my link tree
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
the other stuff, do you think they should go to another list? I mean,
I
honestly, I broadcast to all my lists anyway.
I would do is
Mhm.
I would build a page with a little video saying, "Hey, maybe hey, it's Ginny if you saw me," or "Hey, it's Ginny from Learn with Ginny if you saw me on Insta or on TikTok drinking this crazy stuff for energy. You came to the right place. This is what it is." Blah blah blah. And then I would put a button on the bottom that links directly to the cart. I don't know that I try to put them on a list
No?
for that. You
You
know,
don't put
hey,
your customers on the list?
but they're not a customer yet.
Well, I mean, if they buy?
Well, if they buy, sure, but that's a different thing.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
And
Like
you
it's
wouldn't have you wouldn't have them opt in first either?
for what? What are
I
they
don't
opting in?
know. To
I
see the
mean, if you're
page?
thinking about, I mean, again, this comes down to like the weirdness of the, I'm not talking to anybody if I don't get them on a list. I hear that from people who make no
Mm,
money all the time, and I'm like, okay, have a nice day. Um,
I love you.
but it's the truth. It's
I
like,
know.
"Oh, I'm not going to waste my time," and I'm like, okay, you've been wasting your time for 5 years, but if you don't want to waste your time, you go for it. Um, if I if somebody clicks and like if you put a button that says "What's Ginny drinking?" or something like that,
Yeah.
if you have a free report on 7 ways to improve your health while working from home or something like that, you can have them opt in if you have something to give them. But if you don't have
Mhm.
something to give them and they're just nosy, like I love, me, capitalize on the nosy gene. They want to know what it is. Great, here's what it is. Want some? You know what? I don't know that I'm going to try to,
Simple,
to,
right?
to
Simple.
but again, that insinuating.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Ginny from Learn from Ginny. If you saw me on TikTok or Instagram drinking my magic drink, you've come to the right place. If you're on any of my newsletter, if you're on my newsletter, you already know about it. But if not, this is what it is. It comes in 5 flavors, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So now you're insinuating, why
The
aren't you on
people
my
on
news? Because that's
newsletter
all
already know. They're
I
in the know. Yeah.
just do. I
They're the
just
cool kids.
6 people will see this, by the way,
Right.
20 people, maybe on YouTube, maybe 40 people will see it over time. But I just insinuated if you're not an all access pass and you don't know what it is, you probably should find out because I'm going to have a really good deal now because it's going to change.
Mhm.
And I didn't say anything. I just insinuated. I insinuated. I'm constantly insinuating is like a bad word, for a lot of people, but it's not.
Yeah.
I'm insinuating that if you, use English leather, you're going to get a chick. I'm insinuating if you drive this car, your family will be safe. I'm insinuating if you drive this car, you'll get babes. I'm insinuating if you know, eat at McDonald's. When I was a kid, I used to believe that if you went to McDonald's, you would have friends because they had all these cool commercials. It was all the kids after school, and they'd come down to McDonald's, and then they'd sit there and they have their burger, and they'd go, and it would be all of them laughing. And McDonald's was like newer back then. I remember going to the first McDonald's in Brooklyn, New York, which is crazy. So I believed if you went to McDonald's, you'd have friends. I also believed that if you drank Coke, you'd smile. A Coke and a smile, right? Makes you feel good, makes you feel right. Have a Coke and a smile. So these things all insinuated.
Mm-hmm.
Average home business marketer doesn't do any of that. They're busy trying to sell or convince. Would you like 99 ideas? Would you like 99 ideas? 99 ideas would be great. Would you like 99 ideas? Everybody needs 99 ideas. 99 ideas are cool.
Yeah. Why do I want 99 ideas, right?
Am I going to have friends? Am I going to get rich? Am I going to be sexy? What do I get? What is it? Because I don't care about 99 ideas. I don't care about McDonald's. It's a freaking hamburger. You can get one anywhere. Why is it cool to eat your hamburger at McDonald's? Why is it cool to wear English leather? Because you get chicks. Why is it cool to, like I said, I consume so little media now. The only time I consume media as a sociologist, not as a consumer of media, like TV and stuff. Like I force myself to watch commercials sometimes. I go to my mother's. I watch broadcast TV on purpose, just to see what people will always be like. Did you see that commercial? I'm like, no. Which is even more powerful. And as Gary Vaynerchuk told us all the selling is being done on social media and on the internet now. It's not even on TV anymore for certain demographics. Kids don't watch TV. They watch premium, like pay stuff. I spent yesterday watching stuff on HBO Max. I didn't see a commercial.
Yep.
I pay $12 or whatever to watch YouTube without commercials. So
True.
would I put them on a list? Let me ask you a question. If I look at something in the window in the store, do I want to get put on a list to walk into the store?
Not to walk in the store, but yeah, if I bought something, I might want the coupon.
At the register,
right?
I have to sign up.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes total sense.
Or special deals or tips and tricks, of course.
Yeah.
Walk in the door? No. The reason why people opt in for things is because there's something on the other side that they want.
Right.
If they're just curious,
now
let them see.
In my tech support group, which I don't post in a lot, but every once in a while I'll throw a video in there. I insist that I get their email because I'm like, sometimes I throw down some training in there, and I'm like,
nothing wrong with that. But that's that's different because that's not walking to a store. That's like a private club. That's a private environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For example, boutique I shop at, you can go in during business hours. But if you want to make an appointment with a stylist, they'll see you before the store opens or after the store closes. So that's private. That's private. You have to have an appointment. You have to have you got to give them your email and your phone number. That's private.
Yeah.
So your group is a private environment. I don't let you in without that stuff. But we get a little too literal sometimes about, that I got to get them to opt in. Well, do you? It depends. Everything depends. What's the motivation of the person? What are you offering? If I'm just telling you what the drink is, I don't want to get on a list to find out what your drink is. Right? I just want to know
what is it? Period.
If I want to learn how to use the drink to get the best results, sure, I want to get all your best tips on how to use that drink to take off 20 pounds. Of course. See the difference?
Yeah.
Always comes down to motivation of the prospect. What's the motivation? Is it just Mark Hughes, for Herbalife fame, rest his soul, he taught us always when people would ask you, like you'd wear a button, right? And they go, "What's that?" Or "How do I lose weight?" or whatever. You'd always ask, "Are you serious, or are you just are you serious about losing a few pounds, or are you just curious?" And I'm always asking people, "Are you serious, or are you just curious?"
Yeah.
People hit me up all the time with questions. This is not. And I'm like, are you just curious, or are you serious? Because I have this. No, I'm just curious. Great. Answer the question, send them on their way. There's nothing to try to get them on. But what I do is I keep them in my loop until they voluntarily, because a forced lead versus a voluntary lead are two different animals. And this is another thing that I see out there in the marketplace. I don't force leads. I don't I don't try to squeeze them because they didn't come voluntarily. It's no different than a dating relationship. If you grab a woman that doesn't say yes, I want you to kiss me, and you kiss her, it's disgusting. Get away from me, right? If a woman wants you to kiss her, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's exciting, it's sexy. If you're forcing a lead and they didn't come of their own volition, they didn't agree, or they went because they had to, right? One of my favorite pet peeves, there's all these sites, Fabletics or whatever, or there's a couple
Yeah.
of the lingerie sites. You can't look at the merchandise without opting in. And every time they have you take this little quiz, and they get you to the point where you can't go any further. There's a lot of them like that. And
Mhm.
maybe the funnels work. They must, because people use them. But here's the thing. You forced me. I don't want to be forced. I want to take a glance and then find out I'll opt in
Mm.
later for the discount. Don't make me opt in to look.
You are so right. Oh my gosh, so how many times have I been searching for something and I'll find it just because I want the answer, and they won't let me see it without opting in, and I'm like, "You know what? That's all the only thing I'm interested in is this one thing." So then
Mhm.
I'm searching, then I go elsewhere and looking because
Exactly. Now, some people will opt in, but what happens is it's a forced opt in. So now every communication they get is received with skepticism and that memory of being forced.
yeah, yeah. So delete, 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 or mark you as spam or whatever.
And
So,
I'm sure they pop some sales because it's like a one time only thing or whatever. But again, it's kind of like traumatizing the prospect or traumatizing the customer. You may, like, again, I go back to dating, and not to be crude, but if everybody's drunk on a Saturday night and the guy takes the girl home and something happens and then she's mortified and embarrassed, yeah, he got that outcome. But will there be anything else? And will she forever be embarrassed and mortified around that other human being? Because he may not have forced anything, but she didn't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm not going deep, and I don't want people to get all like freaked out.
yeah,
But
no,
just
I know what you
that concept. Everybody's gotten a sale, but the person had remorse the next day. I'm looking to create a base of people that will buy from me over and over again. I'm not looking to just get the sale today. I'm looking to create a base of people that want to go where I go, that want to listen to what I say, etc. The reason why I'm doing these one-on-ones this month is because I needed to get out and talk. So I figured, let me benefit you guys, let me benefit myself, let you guys ask me questions and challenge my marketing chops. There has to be that connection. Otherwise, it won't be lasting. It won't be lasting. And I want lasting. I don't want
Yeah.
just I don't want just the lead. I see a lot of people, they build these big lists. The lists are largely worthless, but they're sure
Well,
that they
yeah,
know
there's
they're building big lists. Okay.
a part of me that's like, because I know some of the leads, the big list builders, right, go after the people that wanna make money, but that crowd is not my crowd. So, you know what I mean?
I like people that want to make money, but I like
Yeah,
people
but
business
mm,
minded and growth minded. I mean, I know how to make money. I'm pretty good at it.
right.
I said to a friend the other day, it's like I wouldn't know how to make less than six figures if I wanted to or tried to. Like that would be like the zero level. I don't know how I could. Like I don't. So and that's not bragging. That's just a consciousness,
No,
like
I
you
think I should add make money quick crowd.
right. So
That's
what I'm
different.
getting at is a lot of people, you look at somebody like me that doesn't know how to make less than X amount of dollars, and they will walk right past somebody like me because they're still looking for the quick hit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
go back to dating, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, the guy wants the quick hit tonight. He's not looking to see you next time. He doesn't want to see you tomorrow night. And that's okay. If that's the sensibility that everybody's in, I you go do whatever you want. Tonight's Sunday night, probably boring out there, but it's Saturday. Go do whatever you want. Same thing in business. Go do whatever you want. I have no judgment about
Mhm.
it. But that crowd is so transient. They'll never build a downline. They'll never build a stable income or revenue base. I've had debates about this with lots of people because the minute you stop, I told you before, and you know this, I lived off residual income for 5 years.
Mhm.
Once in a while, and I recycled old content. I lived off residual income. Who gets to do that?
Right.
I came out when I had to. I did what I was supposed to, and the rest of the time, I was just like, I was either on a cruise or watching the Gilmore Girls. That's because of having a base.
Yeah.
And I'm so passionate about this, and I need
Yeah.
to talk more about it because everybody's chasing, 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 chasing. It does not a stable business build.
Mm.
Look around. Every person that you admire has those zealot fans, those zealot customers,
Absolutely.
those zealot everybody. And so my mentor used to say to me, until you have 3 people that are going your way, that will go with you wherever you go, that will bleed with you and for you, you don't got nothing. Not 1,000, not 1,000,000, 3. 3
Yeah.
people that will join whatever you're joining. 3 people that will show up when you say conference call. And without that, we don't have anything.
Mm.
And so then I started speaking, thinking about where are those 3 people instead of how do I get all the leads? Different animal.
Oh, this is good. Okay. Where are those 3 people?
So instead of trying to be, I'm not speaking of you because I'm speaking to myself too, because I was
Yeah.
doing it too. Instead of trying to be cute on TikTok or instead of trying to be this and if we're speaking into those 3 people
Yeah.
and looking for them, then what happens is concentric circles start to form around them.
Yeah.
It's cool. And
And I've been reading some weird stuff about energy too, so that kind of goes with it. That's
well,
interesting.
and that is, it's because you yourself, I don't know what you've been reading, but you can only vibrate to a certain extent, right? You can only vibrate and you can oscillate very large, but by yourself, it's only you. So now you get these 3 people, they start vibrating
Mm.
and oscillating with you. Most often, the 3 people that are attracted to you cannot vibrate at the same level as you, but they want to. So they attach to your energy. So I want you to think about however your energy is determines the level of energy that the 3 people that you attach to you can have. So if your energy is here, right? You can't you're not going to attract somebody with a bigger energy than you. It's not possible. Not possible because they're looking to, I don't know how it all works, but electromagnetically connect to a higher source. So then think about the third ring, right? The third ring is 6 or 10 people. They're based upon the 3 people. So what happens with the energy? So if you start to look around in the beginning, we have no one, right? We have no one.
Right.
Then we get a couple people, but we tend to get the weaker people in the beginning because we haven't learned to really oscillate because we're still questioning ourselves or trying to do it right. But just
Yeah.
getting new people is the key. Then it starts to open up and it starts to open up. And then we start to realize. So when you get to like the how many circles out, you tend to get a lot of people that are awesome and love the energy that's vibrating in the crowd, but they're not really going to follow through. They're just there for the energy, but they pay every month on their auto ship and they hang out and they buy stuff, right? So we have to begin the energy oscillation. And again, during 5 years, when I wasn't oscillating at my best, my crowd shrunk because I wasn't out there not being anything other than me, Oscillating is your highest energy, not somebody else's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So I don't know
yeah,
if that has anything to do with what you've been reading, but I always think about that because I always think about who am I attracted to? I'm attracted to people that are oscillating at a certain level of energy.
yeah. And
And
if I think about that, I can name them in a handful, you know, you
and
being number 1.
there's there's other people out there that oscillate, but it's almost like a fake energy, like a trained energy. It's almost like it's from 20 years ago because that was the thing 20 years ago. Even speakers now, I look back on some of the speakers that I used to love when I was very, very new, and I'm not attracted to them anymore. And the reason why is because their energy is a very trained
Mm.
energy. And we're moving into this cycle of authenticity. I mean, I taught a course 15 years ago called Authenticity Academy. I was a
You did?
pioneer.
Well,
Yes,
let's do that one.
we're doing them all. I
I'm
have spent
excited.
I have no full of stuff. That's why I sent you a surprise today because it's just kind of like, look, we haven't done anything yet, but here's a surprise because
I was
uh,
very surprised. I love it.
representation of things to come. A
Yeah.
small representation, but a representation. Um,
Mm,
so when we go out there,
mm.
everything is about finding those three people. And I have a lot of people that look successful that I talk to them and I'm like, do you have three people going your way? And they're like, what do you mean? Do you have three people that will go anywhere you go? Or do you have three people that listen to your guidance? And they don't. It doesn't make them bad because I didn't.
No,
My
no.
team on me. I was making some good money in my MLM and stuff, but I didn't have anybody that would go my way. And that was a very powerful lesson. So we go back to 99 prompts. Is it 99 ideas? Is it a good offer? Yes, because everybody needs that. But people
Yeah,
don't get what they need. They go towards what they want. Why would they want that?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where the honey is. Why would they want that?
Hmm.
And I'm the same as you, Ginny. I've been sitting here trying to figure out who do I want to be, in this new episode of my career. Who do I want to be? Because
Yeah, I've got big changes coming up. You know? I
I
was
just
just saying to her, I was like, "Rachel, I I have never lived alone with your dad." I'm like, that's a little freaky. 'Cause his dad was around, you know, before we got married, and his oldest son, you know, my bonus son, was always around, and then Blake and Rachel came along, and pretty soon, it's just gonna be the 2 of us,
there's nobody to take care of, and
right?
there's and all this. It's a weird, 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 weird,
I
weird
know.
thing. It's a weird
Mm.
thing. And it's bittersweet because I love watching my girls fly. I love watching them fly. I love watching them be all that they've become. But it's weird. And even I look at my business and it's the same thing. It's like I look at so many people that I have helped along the way. And I was a first mentor to many, many, many people first. And they went on, they learned fundamentals and they went on to do different things. Um, I now I know what I love to talk about, but the
Mm.
things that I love to about are not necessarily the things people think they need. So you need to have revenue, you need to have a business. Like what we're talking about today. You're like, but the world doesn't understand that this stuff is important. The world wants to know, how do I get a lead? How do I build a capture page? How do I do this? So
Yeah,
finding that medium, right? And then
yeah.
the next question is, what do I love doing? I love teaching, right? I love teaching. I did it last week. I did the TikTok thing for the group. I love teaching, doing these one-on-ones. I love teaching. It's what I love to do. How
Mhm.
do I have a better caliber of client? That came out wrong. Higher paying clients. I haven't charged a
Better
lot.
caliber?
The caliber of the clients are great. They did that wrong.
No.
No, I'm not criticizing anybody. But like, if I want to do that all day long, how do I charge more? Can I charge more? All that good stuff. What will people pay for? Because I sit and I look and I go, I
Oh,
know
I
a
have
lot
to
of stuff. You know a lot of stuff. We know a lot of stuff.
I do know a lot of stuff.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes,
Mm.
yes, you do. And think about it. If you get the right type of client for the things you do, well, you get a client that needs a funnel every week. That's a lot of money. That adds up. You get a client that needs one thing, it's a couple bucks. You get a higher level client. Not only do they need something, but they refer people to you. Now you have ongoing business. So it's just a different thought process.
Mhm.
You know, I like to write copy, but I like teaching better. And I sit and I go, okay, because I could just do copy, you know. But I like to write copy, but I like the energy of the humans better. I like watching people take those steps. What do you love? What,
Oh, I'll go look at my Kyle Cease list.
oh, you have a piece list? Okay.
Well, yeah, from the book.
He's been amazing lately. His content has been like off the hook.
He is really good and really interesting. What was it? That was assets. What
But
do I like?
stop, Jenny. If
What
I
do I
say,
love? Yeah, go
listen,
ahead.
look at me. If I say to you, what do you love? You shouldn't have to look at a list.
Oh,
What do you
true.
love?
What do I love? I love the outdoors. I love my kids. I love
But as far as work, what do you love to do
as
for
far
work?
as work, I like seeing I like building something, right? And I like seeing it. I like solving problems, right? I like yeah, because I get excited when I discover something like, oh, well, or sometimes I get really frustrated because I'm like, I know it's something simple,
We
right?
all, but you like
But
building something. I watch you. You get excited. I go, okay, let's
yeah,
build this, and you go, okay,
yeah,
and then
let's go.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
you put it together, and then it's done, and it works, and it's tested, and you go, yeah, I see
yeah,
you.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
So then
Love
perhaps,
that stuff.
perhaps a lot of what you should be doing is showing people what's possible to be built. What's possible, you know, what's possible. Because when you are doing something you love, then what happens is people love watching you do something you love, right?
Yeah.
You and I will build a bunch of things, and then what you should do maybe is do like a walkthrough about putting it together, or the thought process behind it, or why you did this, or why you like this, or here's something that you could do in your business for your team, or you know what I'm saying, like describing the creative process. I think it would be very effective for you,
Yeah.
whether it's something that you build or something we build. Just so you know what, I shouldn't say this on camera, but I will, because there's 5 people watching right now, and if you're one of the 5, you deserve to hear it. One of my things that came to me is I was I put in all access, I put a video of a guy on TikTok, and he was describing techniques that different speakers use. And when I heard him say it, I went, well, that's exactly why I do our boob picture. If you guys don't know what the boob picture is, it's just a circle with a dot in the middle. It looks like a boob. Okay. And I went, I do that. Ooh, let me show them this because it explains why I do that. And then I'm listening to this new book, and he's going through what makes ideas sticky, what makes them stick around, what makes some things boring and other things interesting. And he's going through, and I'm like, I do that, I do that, I do that. I want to take speakers and green screen, or be next to them in a little bubble, and have them speaking, and then stop it and show the move that they just did, because there's certain moves and everybody does it. So if you listen to a Gary Vaynerchuk, a Bradley, a Jim Rohn, a this one and that one, they're all doing certain things. It's the hidden order in their style, but they're all doing certain things. And I want to, but I don't know that I want to do it for free, because I think it's really profound stuff. Because if you understood this stuff, everybody would be millionaires if they understood this stuff.
Mhm.
And sometimes I sit and I teach it, like I did the Guru Code, and I teach this stuff, but it sounds good, but without seeing it in play, it's just an idea. So you might want to break down, go find good funnels. Remember I did that presentation for the last MLSP big launch? Remember I did the presentation that I showed what all the top dogs were doing? I
Oh,
still have
yeah.
the
Yeah,
and
the
was
direct marketing ideas that are yeah,
yeah,
for
so
sure.
instead of just showing that they had an info product, I actually went inside, like I used Rachel Peterson. I
Yeah.
showed her front page and then I showed, you buy something that's cheap and then the second offer. And I literally broke down the funnels. I did it in a very rudimentary way. But what if you just started taking marketing and just started talking about this is how you do it and set an appointment with me. I can walk you through and show you how you could do this for your product or your service. And instead of trying to explain it, you just showed it in action. You showed it. Like if you and I went to a mall, I could show you every marketing trick in the book. I go, oh, there's one there, because they're there.
Yeah.
So you illustrating and showing people this seems overwhelming, but it's really not. I have the technology to build it. You need to understand what's happening. Once you understand what's happening, I can make it come to life for you. That's a very powerful thing that you could be doing.
Mm.
Because I know you, I watch you. You're like, you see a marketing move or you read something in a book and I watch you, you go, whoa, whoa, oh. And the thing that's cool is one of the reasons why I like Kyle and others. I don't know if you noticed, he's raising the price of his all access pass, right? It's called something else, all access something. He has this thing. I bought it originally for $19 a month, his all inclusive, whatever. And then it went to $29 and now it's going to $79, right? And it doesn't feel slimy or sleazy or anything at all because now it includes like 7 days a week worth of all this stuff. It's a lot of value. It doesn't feel slimy or sleazy, and yet he's still using fear of loss. He's still using a time limit. He's still using price comparison. He's still using all the techniques that are used in marketing. It just doesn't have to be sleazy. And what if we, as a tribe, as a group, go out and start showing people how you don't have to be a sleazeball to use the scientific practice of marketing? You don't have to be.
No,
You
you
don't
don't?
have to be. You don't. I mean, I like to pride myself with not being a big sleazeball.
Yeah,
Some think I am, but I'm generally pretty honest, pretty decent, pretty good with people. But if there's a time limit, there's a time limit.
a
You know,
absolutely.
if
Yeah,
if I can only handle 10 people, I can only handle 10 people. Like if there's only so much room. If there's a limited time bonus, there's a limited time bonus. And I'm just honest. I tell people, look, it's a limited time bonus to get you to buy. If you don't want to buy yet, it's okay. Buy later, don't buy. But this bonus is good now. And
mhm.
when you get to that place where you're just straightforward and you can illustrate, it becomes magical. You're just technically better than me, so I do it verbally most of the time or in writing. You can actually show people how to put it into an automated mechanism. People will pay all day for that, Jimmy. They just don't know that you can do that.
Yeah, who was I don't remember who I was following. Somebody just said that. They were just, like, looking at TikToks or looking at pages, and it's like, "What do you do?" They're like, "It's not clear," and I'm, like, looking at my own, and I'm going, "It's not clear." Right?
Well, I would think that it's about 99 content ideas, but that's not
Right?
real. Now, maybe it might be 99 funnel ideas, or not 99, but 7 funnel ideas. See, because if you want them to hire you to build funnels, why
Yeah.
not 7 home business automation ideas? How to gain more leverage in your business. Here's 7 things you can do to gain more leverage, to give yourself your time back, or to run a business around your job or whatever. And then at the end, you invite them to set up a consultation, and it's not till the end. Whether it's paid or not paid, that's going to be a very good lead to get on Zoom with, because you probably can close them pretty easily in 15 minutes because they've already raised their hand really high saying, I really want to learn how to automate. And not only can you get them, for a fee to pay you to do it, but you can get them on a recurring to use the software.
Yeah.
and an autoresponder. So now you got two recurrings and a, you know, a one-time pop. But now you've sorted them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You also
Mhm.
can throw other things in there because you can throw in like some type of content scheduler or something, you know, look around. The 7 things would be 7 things that they can buy. So you have chances to sell them stuff all through that report or video series, and you have a chance to close them on a, you know, a higher ticket building deal.
Oh,
See, because you're selling them content ideas or giving
yeah.
content ideas, but if you gave them automation ideas, now it connects with what you actually do.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we should do that, and I think you and I should work on that because I think that makes so much sense. If you know 7 automation ideas, and be transparent. I work a full-time job, and then I run a home business. You know, I got to be automated. I got to have leverage.
Yeah.
You can still give away your other thing, and it was a good practice to learn that. But this flows right into what.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
But this is how we learn. Put that
Oh,
down.
there it is again. It should say something else.
Should be blank. Should
I
be
got a better shake now.
very aware.
Oh,
I like that shake. I used to use it. I did
they were
uh
tasty.
I did consulting for I don't know if she still is, but one of the biggest earners in that company. I taught the whole team social media. Shalene Johnson recommended me to this gal, and that was, I don't know, 12 years ago or something. So I remember she was qualifying for something, and she was working, and I said, well, let me help you. And I said, well, first of all, you haven't even asked me if I'd buy something. She goes, you would? And I said, of course, just ask me. It's, you know, I'll buy it. And then I ended up, you know, getting it for a little bit. But she was trying to qualify for like super duper crazy rank. And I was like, see, I'm good at that stuff. Like, where's the
Yeah.
volume? Where's the money? So that's how I ended up on that product. The chocolate was good. I liked the texture. Wasn't a super fan of the flavor. I used to put chocolate pudding mix in it to just beef it
Well,
up.
I really, really, really like our new flavors.
Yeah,
Yummy.
I'm drinking the lemon tea. I got to find somebody that likes one of the flavors that I like less, so I can be.
This one's the lava one. I'm drinking the lava one right now.
Lava Flow. I like mango, lava flow, and tea are my favorite. The berry tastes like Kool-Aid to me. I mean, it's not unpalatable. It's not that I dislike it. It's just not. It's too kid-like for me. And the fruit punch is okay, but so other people love the berry and the fruit punch. So I got to find people that want to swap, and like swap them, swap them, swap them. I love the lemon tea. I would buy whole bags of it all day. It's so good.
I like them all.
And I just opened a new pouch, even though I had some left from my old pouch. And I said, I'm not going to open it yet. And I was like, I want lemon tea. So I had lemon tea. So here I am, lemon tea. So I think we
Wow.
something very good for you.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you need to focus more on what do they want. Everybody wants to automate. Everybody wants leverage. Everybody wants that, which you are good at doing. See, I gain leverage through communication tricks.
Yeah.
You know, you can gain leverage by all the things you know how to do.
Yeah. Thank you, Diane.
That's very cool. You're welcome. I like when we go round and round and round and then go, there we go. There's something good.
That's fun.
Very good. I'm going to jump off in a minute, and I got a lot I still want to do today. What time is it? It's 2:30. And then I might ping you back later because I'm ready to do some stuff. But I was doing some housework, and I think I'm going to do some more of that for a minute. Listening to some audios and lighting my brain up.
I know, I like to do that too. I do it when I'm mowing. I am gonna do some mowing, so I'll be listening to audiobooks and
Can you hear it over the mower?
yeah, I have big headphones. They're sexy. I'll take a picture.
What are you listening to now?
What the heck is it called? It's really weird. Transcending something.
Spiritual, cool, weird stuff. Okay.
Yeah. It's by a Russian author. Ray Higdon recommended it in one of his audios. I forgot what it's called.
Send it to me later because
Transurfing? Reality transurfing. It's
reality,
really weird.
reality, what?
Yeah. Transurfing. Now, evidently the audiobook was banned from Audible. The
Oh,
book
really?
is out there, but I found a YouTube channel with people that read it out loud, so that's what I'm listening to.
Reality transfer.
I can send you the YouTube link if you want, the playlist. That's where I got it from.
Finding it. Wow, I mean, the book is like
It's huge.
you
It's
think $60, so everybody
it's really weird. But I like it.
the variations. Wow, it sounds like super deep. All right, I don't know if I'm up to that this week, but that is
It's interesting.
no, I think I love that's what I play. I play
I like weird stuff because sometimes the weird stuff connects to other stuff, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's a common theme here," right? So
I like YouTube. I call it YouTube bingo. I just see what comes up. Like I go to my homepage and I see what comes up, and then I scroll through, and then sometimes like I'll look at one thing and I don't even actually watch it, but it shows another thing. Like I just found, and I couldn't tell you his name, but I have it bookmarked. This one author, and he was interviewed by one of the big podcast guys, and I fell in love with him, and I was like really deep, cool stuff. And it's about childhood trauma. And healing it as an adult. Basically, it was about addictions and trauma and all this other stuff and how to transcend it. And so I'm watching this. I just ended up accidentally watching it. I really like the guy. Then it turns out he's speaking here at Omega Institute, which I would have gone because I was like, oh my gosh, but I'm going to be at one of the Higdon events that weekend. I would have totally gone to see him. Never heard of him from Hole in the Ground. He's not like this big name, but he has a book coming out. But he was just really cool because I think right now, I think a lot of people are just starting to figure out that things from childhood that weren't bad, necessarily really bad things, when we didn't realize that they impacted us tremendously. And it's holding us back in all the things we want. And all of us, see, back in the day, we had to push it down. We had to push it down. We had to push it down. And right now there's a consciousness of starting to identify it. And, like look at Higdon. He had so much stuff in his childhood. And now through, the different teachers he's had and working with Dr. Joe, he's pulling all of that out of him. He looks like a different person.
Yeah, totally.
He different.
He sounds different. Yeah.
I want to be a part of that movement. I want to be a part of that, helping people because a large bulk of the clients that I see, they're smart, capable, incredible people. They just got boo-boos. And I have boo-boos and still have them and still working on them. And if we all become okay with that this stuff is in us and it has to come out, instead of, generations before us, unfortunately, they were fighting wars and dealing with depressions and all kinds of stuff. They had to stuff it down to survive. We don't. We don't. We have the opportunity to be on a whole nother plane. It's really kind of cool. So listen to your weird stuff and let me know if it's weird, super weird that I should be listening to it.
Okay.
I never know what we're going to find, but I like that you like the weird stuff.
I do. I like weird stuff. I like deep stuff. I like marketing stuff, so yeah.
And marketing is like that because it has everything to do with that human thought process. And I think if we switch up your messaging, actually, you and I, let's make a pinky swear. We're going to kind of rework our messaging and we're going to restart our short video stuff, right? We got each other. and really adhere to these, pick our hashtags and stuff, because I think there's big stuff out there, and getting bigger, and we just have to be concise. Unfortunately, I tend to. I have such a problem with getting in a box that the idea of being in a box for a little while is bugging me. But the truth is, I was in a box in the beginning. That's how I built my big audience originally.
Yeah.
I was the queen of attraction marketing, and all I ever
Yep.
talked about was attraction marketing. That was the only thing. And now I'm like, well, I don't want to go back in the box, but it's not. It's not. It's a short period of time that we
Yeah.
have to stick to something in order to be able to branch out and do whatever we want. So just a little discipline there. I'm up for some podcasting now too, though. Some talking. I want to talk
That would
about
be
it.
fun.
I just want to sit around and talk to people. Everybody there. I'm watching all the MLM haters right now, and there's a ton of them. Some of them that I know.
Mm-hmm.
What they're hating on, it's really interesting to watch, because they're talking about the manipulation, and they're talking about the this, and I'm not going to say that those things didn't exist, and don't exist. But I think that we have to take responsibility for ourselves. I want to talk about this stuff. I want to talk about, we go down a road. We choose who we affiliate with. Because we could sit around all day long and make videos picking on people and saying how bad they are, but does that solve anything? Does it make a difference, or does it just get a bunch of people together with, pitchforks, burn the witches,
Right?
I don't know. I want to talk about a lot of things. I'm not a network marketer. I'm not an affiliate marketer. I'm just a marketer. And those are all vehicles. And I think that's what people have to understand, is when you're getting mad at those things, those are just vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
They're just vehicles. And when we start to think like business people, and we build a business around business principles, you don't get sucked into things as easily, because you're thinking like a business person. You're not trying to get rich quick, or you're thinking more about business principles, as opposed to, will I get on the stage and will they like me? And I have to admit, I did a lot of that. Will I get on a stage and will they like me? Now I don't care. Maybe because all the stages went away for a while.
Yeah. Huh.
You, my dear, have the capacity to help a lot of people. We need to start talking about what it is that you can help them with, and why.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about I give you some prompts? Some ideas.
Yeah. Give me some. I'll take them. Woo woo.
I love to package people, except I don't like to package myself. All right. Did we do everything we wanted to do, or was there anything else that you wanted?
Nope, that's all I had written down. So that's all.
I love you.
That was huge. Okay. I love you too.
I think there was really good stuff in it.
Yeah. I got like lots of gifts today. So
well, I think there are a lot of concepts that you have to sit and think about, because they're not.
Oh yeah, some of these are gonna simmer.
But
and then come out.
They're big. They're big.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my beautiful. I'm gonna go do work. You go mow your lawn and listen to weird Russian philosophy, weird stuff. Cool stuff.
And then I'll be back. You can ping me.
I'll
All
ping
right.
you. Okay. Bye.
Bye.